my God, what an upset. The Vinyl took out the Lunar Owls down the stretch in the last moments of the game, left us on edge. And sent the Lunar Owls packing at the worst possible time. After an almost undefeated season, the Lunar Owls lose to the Vinyl in the semifinals in a single elimination playoff game. The same day Fee gets named MVP for the inaugural season for Unrivaled, they lose in the playoffs. It was a tight game for the most part, and the Owls had a slight lead down the stretch. Going into the fourth quarter, they set the winning score, so they had the lead, but the Vinyls charged back and shocked the league. Something activated in Ryan Howard and she went off, changing the momentum by draining a couple of threes and leading the team to a win. De'Erica Hamby took that winning shot by taking Fee to the hole, and she was not taking no for an answer. I mean, geez, what an upset. But really, the Lynx couldn't catch a break this evening. In the first game, it was pretty much the same. The Laces held the game together for the most part, had the lead for a majority of the game, set the winning score going into the fourth quarter, but they still ended up losing to the Rose. In a pretty decisive night from Chelsea Gray, I mean, she's still carrying the team and the league at this point. Her last few games have been impressive, and she did not take the night off. It was playoff time, and she showed up ready to win. I'm not too upset being half wrong about the finals. I honestly thought the Laces might take it, but I think we have a good game, if not a surprising one. Chelsea Gray and Ryan Howard will pretty much cancel themselves out, being the leading scorers and main ball handlers for their teams. Azurá Stevens and De'Erica Hamby, teammates, but will probably have the same thing, kind of canceling each other out. Jordan Canada and Brittany Sykes, and then you got Sweet Baby Ray and Lexi Hull. And really here is where you get the really good matchups, and whoever can win their matchup will probably give their team the edge down the stretch. It's actually a really good finals, and honestly, as a fan, if you've been following the league, it's like you knew the game was the Owls to lose. So really the Vinyl could come in and play as loose as they wanted to, change up game plans, play aggressive, and just really try to get the win as the underdog. For such a good night, the biggest glaring thing with Unrivaled is just going to be the injuries. Even coming into tonight, Nafisa Collier said she wasn't at 100%. We obviously didn't have Angel Reese or Kalia Copper. We didn't have Arike Agumbawale. The reserve stepped up. Ariel Atkins played on the Laces. The Rose got some help from Naz Hillman and Natisha Heidemann, so they were still able to complete the games for the night. I know as a league, they're probably happy they kind of limped to the finish line here. They'll get this championship night and get to send this first season off with the bang. I know the Owls are sick after having such an amazing season, only losing one game, and when it mattered the most, down to the last possession for either team, and the Vinyl just squeaked it out of them. I mean, and the Owls had a good game. They got 36 points from Nafisa Collier, Alicia Gray, Skylar Diggins-Smith, and Courtney Williams all scored in double digits. They got a good block from Shakira Austin, so they played a good game, but down the stretch, it's like the Vinyl just wanted it more. They knew it was the last opportunity to keep playing. 23 points from Ryan Howard, 21 points from Jordan Canada, so they really just put it all out there, left it out there with nothing to lose, playing like they really want the championship and like they're taking it seriously. I'm happy for Teaspoon. They got one of the most important wins of the season, so I'm happy for the Vinyl going into the championship. They had such a rocky season. It was really questionable how they even made it that far, let alone got it together down the stretch, but they won when it mattered. Single elimination playoffs is no joke. It's just like March Madness. It's quick and to the point, and in this sense, the Vinyl won out. I think it's very fitting that Chelsea Gray and Ryan Howard played out of their minds today, and that's who's going to go head-to-head in Unrivaled championship game. Completely different players, but the head of their snakes respectively. They're going to be at the top of each other's scouting reports. The last game for Unrivaled, it came down to the Rose, one of the fan favorites, and the Vinyl, one of the top dogs predicted at the beginning of the season. So hopefully we get a good game. I hope we see a lot of the other players just in the stands and cheering on the league. It looks like such a big family down there. I hope we get some behind the scenes of, a big dinner or something like that. But this was definitely a good night to be a fan for Unrivaled, to be a fan for women's basketball. I hope the championship game lives up to the hype, but who knows now. This upset was really crazy. It really makes you think about how you feel about the single elimination playoffs. On one hand, it's crazy exciting. On the other, you see a team like the Owls get upset in one game, one bad game or one good game for the other team. And the best team in the league is out of a chance for the championship. So I don't know. I know Madness depends on it. The chaos is definitely there. It makes you question if Unrivaled will keep the single elimination or go ahead and increase it to maybe a 3-game series. Because it's supposed to be a short, sweet league right in the, just in the off season for the WNBA. But as exciting as it was, I wonder if they're going to bring that to the table and talk about changing it or keeping the single elimination playoffs.
Coming into the practice court, I saw Nafisa and I said, if I look into your eyes, you'll win. But I just tricked her into saying, so if I look into her eyes, you'll lose. I forgot to say that you'll lose. I just said you'll win instead.
So you faked her out to put a spell.
Basically, she's saying her game winner was because of her. That's what she's saying.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, players.